Well, it's the lunatic Avi K. And I just wanted to mention turnafrownaround.org. I founded that in 2001. I was hospitalized twice, psychiatric, even as the CEO. I've entertained seriously. I've done over 2,000 shows, and the lion's share of them were in psychiatric wards or nursing homes. I did cut my teeth seriously in the comedy clubs in Manhattan, but voices spoke to me profoundly and said the man on his third martini does not need to laugh as much as someone in a psych ward or a nursing home. Thus my destiny got a directive. That was just as I was going up to do a 3-minute open mic at probably 2:30 in the morning in Manhattan. I was in a trance, as I always am, because I'm paranoid schizophrenic, although I just told everyone I was bipolar. But that's immaterial for this. F.B.I, eh? Yeah. I'm telling you, you just gotta become part of the F.B.I. That's right. The only thing that's ever sustained me, really, is being a very active member of the F.B.I. Friendship Bureau of Investigation. F.B.I. There's just something ridiculously magical, no matter how effed up you are. If you get a moment, you get a break. There's all of its coping mechanisms. But compassion is the greatest addiction I've ever known. And when I go, listen, I hate everything. I want to die now. And I see a being, helpless, hopeless. And I go, you know what? I'll wait one more minute before I kill myself. I'm going to go help this helpless, and become its friend, even if it's momentary. The Friendship Bureau of Investigation. Be proactive. Hey, are you okay? How you doing? I used to tease that in Turn a Frown Around, my stage name was Screwy Druery, but nevertheless, Avi K. You can Google Drew Horn 2013 Voice Award acceptance speech. Last time I did anything public. You'll see where the passion still is. But nevertheless, the important reality is to go, hey, it really is more blessed to give than receive. Getters. They never have enough, and givers always have more than they need, emotionally. You open your heart to the reality that people were created neither to be fully independent or dependent, but interdependent, like puzzle pieces, interlocking. Make sure the love, which the Beatles' last saying was, I don't sing it right, but the love you take be equal to the love you make. I always had a problem with Let It Be because, I don't know if we should just let it be. Maybe a little bit more if it's going to be, it's up to me. A little proactive. So join the F.B.I. Become an active friend of someone that's alone in a nursing home. Just do it. Wow. I am a very miserable, fucked up being. If you look at my other videos, I'm angry, I'm miserable. I hear endless voices. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't. What I'm telling you is that if you struggle like I struggle, you ask any addict that's really striving not to let this monkey control him or her anymore. They know that addiction is 100% selfish. Where's my next high? Nothing else matters. The only way to break that is to have another addiction. I promise you, in the 12-step program, I forget which step it is, the concept that after, reconciling and all of that is just to get selfless by saying, after you. That's what I was talking about with turn the frown around. I said I was going to start my own political party. I think Bernie Sanders has already done it. But nevertheless, the concept was it was going to be called the Compassion Party. That's where everybody just had a deeper sense of joy because they cared more about others than themselves. Even the Christians have that little jingle, joy. How do you spell joy? J-O-Y, Jesus, others, you. I used to do routine as Rabbi Bunny B. Happyvis. My great-grandfather was a rabbi. And I'd say, how do you turn your oi, O-Y, into joy? Oh, put others before why, yourself. Become a proactive compassionite. A splogite. Splog actually is the Latin, I believe, or Greek, for a compassion explosion. So just choose to go, hey, I'm going to visit a grandma or grandpa. Call up the activities director. Say, listen, I just want to be a little more compassionate. I'll stop every week until they die or I die. I'll get fingerprinted. Of course, we live in a dangerous world. You don't know who I am. But I heard this crazy guy, Avi K, and I said, yeah, I want to be part of the Friendship Bureau of Investigation. So I'm investigating, does anyone there need friends? Hey, anyone? Really? Well, that's sad. Yeah, okay. I'll be down next week. Yeah, I'm off on blah, blah, blah. You might just find, as I used to all the time, you're going to end up going, wow, I got to get some of my buddies to come with me because, wow, there's 18 people in this nursing home that are really dying alone. They feel useless and helpless. And what people don't understand is that when the people that take used batteries out of damaged cars and it says 0, it doesn't mean that. There's still positivity in the negativity. So when you start charging it up, oh my God, you go, wow, there's still 46% life in there. So you become the strong battery. You attach yourself to the weak. You go every week. All of a sudden, wow, you've changed 2 lives. Yours and theirs, because trust me, you need them as much as they need you. You might start things off, but boy, what you're going to glean from the aged, ask any religion, they all honor the aged. The aged have the experience, and if they've been open like a Solomon, the Buddha, Moses was used after he was an old man now. Took all that time to go, okay, now he knows what really matters, not the palace, it's the people that are enslaved. Go help them. You're not even going to get to the promised land. Does that matter? No one's going to live forever. We all die in process. So, listen, pay it forward. You need some Jewish guilt? I don't know. Karma? I don't know. I know nothing. I just know that I'm a very miserable person. But when I put others before myself when I can, wow. Wow. So, friendship. Become someone's friend to the end. Someone that has no one. You'll turn, as I used to say, if you're a somebody to a nobody, you'll turn a nobody because they'll find themselves. And then you'll find, wow, they said there was 0, 40. Look at the, wow. They want to live. They start to become active again. They realize they're not dead yet, so if they're not dead, they might as well do something. And you know what they'll end up doing? They'll join the Friendship Bureau of Investigation. Because they'll go, wow, there's a lot of people. I have this personal belief in its simplest form that every person should be mentored and mentoring. Like 3 chains interlinked. The Ecclesiastes in chapter 4 says that 2 are better than 1. It actually says in chapter 4, verse 7, what good is if you have everything, like people, like everything, not just like, just everything, a perfect life. But you're alone. You're alone. You want to break a prisoner, you put him in solitary confinement. Wow. Trust me, there are zillions of people in nursing homes with 2/3 of the caregivers, it's just a job. And they're alone. They're alone in their pain. They're alone in their forgotten memories. Because they're forgotten. No one wants to listen to them. Stagnant water smells, you know. You know how you get stagnant water fresh again? No, you don't throw it out. You bring fresh water into it long enough, it becomes refreshed. Oh, I'm a lunatic. I got nothing to offer. I'm just a homeless bum now. I am. But anyway, I promise you. Join the Friendship Bureau of Investigation. Ooh, ball. To be loved and to love. And I have this odd philosophy about Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. You know, someone will say, well, I got the greatest sister in the world. And someone will say, I got the greatest brother in the world. I mean, they're not competing. They're just so grateful. Someone will say, oh, I have the greatest mother, the greatest father. The guy I work with is the greatest person I've ever worked with. He's a great guy or girl. On and on. I have the greatest aunt. I have the greatest friend. I have the greatest wife or husband or partner or however it works. I have the greatest. And so the point is, why I bring up Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head is everybody spends all their effort into a forever, at least on Earth, relationship. And they just so often don't work out. That's not what this is about. My point is, non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love is the actual core Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head. And you know, with that, I think today they got over 50, like you can dress them up in all kinds of different things and beings and personalities and jobs. But reality, in the core, it's Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. So the point is, everyone really just wants non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love. Listen, I held a lot of old people's hands who were completely delirious, and they thought I was their son. Absolutely. I live in an altered state of mind anyway. I just entered into theirs. Why not? Well, most people will tell a child that grows up in Western, Christmas, middle class, and Santa. No, Santa's a bunch of shit. What do you do that to a child for? Huh? So anyway, my point is, if you will spend the time being that Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head of non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love, it doesn't matter that you just never met these people before. They just want love. They might have gotten it from somebody. I got it from my dad and from the woman who raised me. Because my mother was paranoid. She was horrible. I was molested for 2 years. And on it goes as a special ed kid. I had a bad life. But I got a lot of love. And so, on a good day, I go, wow. I'm an active member of the Friendship Bureau of Investigation. I better help somebody out. How you doing? You okay? After you. And that's what I used to say. We're going to have the compassion party. And we're going to have one motto, I used to say. It's going to be our political party. We're going to have a party because it's joyful to help and to love. You push someone up, where are you going to go? You're going to go up. That's not always easy, but the point is we're talking about just being a friend. I'm not asking you to become Mother Teresa. I'm just asking you, just 1 hour, yeah, go ahead. Everyone just wants to know that they're special. They matter. You go visit someone every week, wow.